What's coming in for you for November 2021? I'm making this on the new moon in Scorpio, so we've got some really good energy to dig really deep about career, about love life, about destiny, okay? So in a minute, I'm going to flick to the table. There'll be number 1, number 2, number 3. See which one you're drawn to. Don't worry if you're kind of drawn between one and another one. You can always check out both of them and they might just do a blend or a mix, okay? A lot of people have had a lot of really good insights doing that. So without further ado, let's go straight to the piles and you can have a look. Okay, so take a deep breath. Get rid of every kind of thought that you've got in your head, every kind of expectation. Open your eyes, look down at the cards, and whichever one you're intuitively drawn to, there'll be a timestamp for you. You can pause this so you can take as long as you like. In the description box, there'll be a timestamp for 1, number 2, number 3. Go straight to that and you'll get all your answers. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste. Hi, number 1. Okay. We're kicking off your reading, you're kicking off November in this Page of Swords energy. Let's have a closer look at the card. Page of Swords is where, for me, you're coming into or you're leaving October with a sense of, it could be rumours, it could be hearsay, it could be something to do with social media or just things that you're hearing, you're wanting to find out. Traditionally, the Page of Swords, it represents air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius person in your life. But also it represents social media, emails, what's going on around your world. If you imagine that your world was on the news, it's the news about you, the news about your life. So you could have had some issues to do with looking at somebody on social media, somebody looking at you on social media, something to do with an exchange that you had with somebody. It could be in DMs, it could be in Snapchat. It's that kind of feeling about it, okay? And it feels like it had a bit of mystery surrounding it for you as you came into Scorpio season, which makes complete sense, okay? So just know that you are bringing, and I'm making this video on the new moon in Scorpio energy, you're bringing that energy with you into November, but it now becomes easier to solve whatever the problem was and easier to find out what you need to know. Now we have an eclipse, it's on the 19th. We have a full moon eclipse on the 19th. I would say that whatever it is you need to know about your current situation, whether that is to do with your love life, and for a lot of you it is, whether it's to do with a specific person, or whether it's to do with career, friends. I do feel for a lot of you this is a close personal relationship. So it could be a best friend, it could be love life, it could be family, could even be with a boss or colleague at work. But either way, it feels like you enter the month much better equipped. It's almost like Scorpio is an emotional detective, and it gives you the ability to be able to not just track down what you need to know, because it's not all about you needing to go digging around to find out, but consequently the universe gives up its secrets a lot more easily. You'll be pleased to hear, okay? Then we have this rather gorgeous Four of Wands. This is the card of entering into a portal of luck. It's a nice card. It's the twin flame card. It's 1111. So if this is to do with a close personal relationship, this is that those secrets and barriers and the things you didn't know become things you do know, and they do unlock the key to far more connection, okay? If this is to do with your career as well, if you were stumbling about, you were on, websites, applying for jobs, stuff flying around, you will find that things start to fall into place. Whether it's a rejection or an acceptance, either of those will be a blessing to you. And also, if you've been networking, you'll find you start to get a bite, you start to get things back, and you start to feel a bit more lucky than you've been feeling, okay? Next to this, we then have the Three of Cups. It's about friendship. Again, it's about social. A lot of November for you, and I know we come into holiday season sort of in December, but a lot of November for you is about connection. Who are your tribe, okay? Who are your real people? Who are your true friends? And this is something that perhaps has been under scrutiny. Is the person that you're involved with really your person? Are you on the same page? Are we together in this? All of these questions, which have been coming up for you for a few weeks, maybe even like 3 months, they start to get so much more easily answered. And then we have Major Arcana, the Chariot. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous card. Okay, so this represents Cancer. So you may be a Cancerian yourself, but more importantly, here we've got 2 horses going in different directions. Whatever you find out, whatever you learn in November, it empowers you, but it also puts you into, I don't even want to call it conflict, because I don't feel like it's as negative as conflict, but it will send you in 2 different directions. You will find towards that eclipse on the 19th that your thinking, your opportunities heads off into 2 different paths. For example, you may decide whether to stay or leave a relationship. You may have to decide between 2 people, 2 jobs, 2 life paths. And you may wonder whether you could merge those 2 into one. And it is possible, okay? It's not impossible, it's not easy, but the eclipse will help to show you how, okay? Down to this layer. And by the way, do check out your individual star sign readings for November. Those are in the description box below the video, and there's one for each star sign. Okay, strength. You've got the Leo card for strength. Some of you might be dealing with a Leo in your life. That's just a few of you. This is giving you a big sense of empowerment that I think was missing in October. Mercury was also retrograde for half of Noctober. Noctober, that's like November and October mixed together. Noctober. Let's just call it October, November is Noctober. For half of Noctober, Mercury was in retrograde, and you probably felt maybe just a bit diminished, a bit tired. You maybe found that you just weren't feeling as much energy as you normally have. And also, whatever this was that you were feeling you didn't know the answers to, felt like it was draining your energy as well, okay? You're now finding, particularly as we come between the new moon and the eclipse on the 19th, you're getting a bit of a power up. It's like someone plugged into your battery. Next to this, we have 2 queens together. Whenever there are 2 queens in the reading, firstly, I have to ask, is there someone else in the picture? If you're involved in a romantic relationship and you've been wondering over here about maybe social media, looking at what someone's doing, why are they liking this, why are they doing that, you may find that this is a water sign queen and an air sign queen, okay? So I'm sensing you may be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or have that moon, rising, or Venus. I feel like the Queen of Swords is perhaps the outsider in this. And the Queen of Cups is well known for being very intuitive and calling on everything she needs to call on to get her answers. But she doesn't use a map and she doesn't read a book. She scries, she intuits, she uses tarot, she uses spells, she uses whatever esoteric and psychic arts she needs, okay? Do this once we get towards the eclipse. You will find that you get your answers, that the universe gives them up easily, and that you get to find out again who's with you, who isn't. Are you the only one? Are you the number one? Are you the most important person in this scenario, whether it's work, whether it's love, whether it's friendship? Who is your tribe? Okay, that is going to become really, really important. I'm going to do some angel therapy cards for you. So let's just flip so I can show you the card. Okay. It's a bit of angel therapy advice based on that reading. Oh, wow. Okay. First card you get is Earth Angel, and this is simply affirming, and that goes with the Queen of Cups energy. You're a light worker who's come to Earth to teach about love, and that doesn't mean you immediately have to set up a class and do a blog and teach about it literally. I feel like with that Page of Swords at the beginning, you are receiving your teaching, and this eventually will come out to others. You might not know how that's going to happen yet. Then we have Archangel Raphael, okay? It might be useful to have a look. You can Google it, Google Archangel Raphael. This particular healing angel is with you and supporting your healing work, okay? And that's for you as this Queen of Cups person. You have healing from Raphael and wisdom to come. So if you want, you can literally just, as you're falling asleep, ask for a sign. You don't necessarily have to ask for a specific answer, just for a sign to what it is you want to know with this Page of Swords energy up here, okay? And then we have the base chakra. This is the chakra of survival, okay? If you look up chakras or you know about chakras, this is the bottom chakra. It's literally choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career and finances. Your words determine your outcome. Okay, this is about you moving, which I think you've been in survival mode, whether that's in survival mode, like, you know, if you were an iPhone, you'd have been on 3%, okay, for quite a while. It's like, yeah, you could phone emergency services. No, you can't do anything else. You're on that kind of low survival mode. Sorry, let me just switch that off. What this brings to you, what November brings to you and the eclipse brings to you is the opportunity to move from survival mode into that Four of Wands, which is a portal of actual luck and magic and understanding, okay? This is going to improve your relationships, your career, and ultimately it is going to affect your destiny. I love this for you. Let's just have a couple of love oracle cards as well. I'm going to do Chuck Spezzano love cards for you, number one. Wow. Okay. There's definitely been some difficulties in October for you and where you're coming from. Some of you, do you remember I said in the Chariot where two paths open up? Yeah, some of you are moving away. Oh my God. Get your disco pants on as well. I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, look, let's look at the difficult stuff first. Why not? Bad choices. Okay, some of you know that in the past, and we all do this, everybody does it, when it comes to love, God, yeah, I've had my fair share. I've had a whole punnet of bad apples, really. Okay, one of the people or one of your experiences, or many maybe, or there is a pattern, was a bad apple, okay? You already know this. This is a past thing. And again, specialness. You may have been involved with somebody who was to some degree narcissistic, who was a bit selfish, who was quite, not obsessed with themselves, but certainly not giving out the kindness back to you, okay? And jealousy. And that may be you that's been jealous, because with that Page of Swords as well, I feel like some of you have been looking on social media, but not without good reason. You know, sometimes we admonish ourselves for feeling jealous when actually it's just red flags, because we're thinking, this isn't quite right, you know, that shouldn't be this way. I'm getting red flags. I'm feeling anxious. I'm worried about it. I shouldn't be so jealous. Sometimes you should. Sometimes it's a warning sign that things are not right. And I feel like this is somebody from the recent past or just the past, that you need to heal. You need to heal from this, and that Strength card is going to help you heal. In the past, you may have been in a relationship where there was that Queen of Swords, okay? As you move into November, you move into a different energy. You have two paths open up. You can move away from the path of betrayal, and that can go for friends, family, career as well, okay? Whether you've had difficult bosses, you know, difficult colleagues, whichever, you get the chance to move into a different kind of luck, especially asking Archangel Raphael, my words are a bit gobbled today, Archangel Raphael for support, okay? Then we get luck, literally responsiveness. You are very magnetic starting in November. You are very magnetic moving into 2022. This is very well starred for a very physically rewarding relationship. That's the kind of clean way that I'm going to put it. Because you get orgasm. Yeehaw. I know fireworks night is coming, but hey. And adventure. The opportunity to mix it up a bit, go out on dates, or even if it's just talking to someone online because of restrictions or whatever was going on in your area, putting yourself out there a bit more, being a bit more relaxed and being a bit more, the universe is going to kind of push your comfort zones, but not in the usual way where you feel really difficult about it. You actually feel quite empowered, quite sexy and quite magnetic, and you are, okay? Oof, number one. Check out, I've got How Do They Feel About You readings, timeless ones in the box underneath the video, and also check out your November individual star sign. There's a lot in there about the eclipse and the new moon as well. And do subscribe to the channel for random readings, pick a card readings, daily tarot and all other things. And I'll see you soon. Namaste. Hi number 2. Wowzers. Okay, this is a really nice reading. I don't always say that. Those of you that watch my daily readings will know that, you know, if it's a stinker, I'll call it. I'm not going to glitter the turd, but by gum, this is no turd. Okay, right. Where to begin? We have the gorgeous Knight of Cups and runs straight into the Ace of Cups. I mean, you probably couldn't ask for a nicer kind of progression. Okay, so let's have a looky-see at the Knight of Cups. Here we have the Knight of Cups, who, and this is the Lightseers Tarot, it's such a gorgeous deck. He's moved on from being the page. He's gone off, he's got himself a white horse, he's got himself some decent flowers. Look at these. These are not garage flowers. He's not got them from his local corner shop. He's got them from somewhere bespoke. He may have even grown them himself. He may have even picked them himself. He may have stolen them, but it's very romantic, okay? This is someone who is upgrading. So this is somebody who's either new and coming into you and they're coming in hard and fast, or it's somebody that you're already involved in, manages to step it up in a way that maybe you've been waiting for, okay? Move straight over here to this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Ace of Cups. Now the Ace of Cups, yes, it's the big, you know, lovely, lovely love card. It's like bingo, it's like the jackpot winner of love, but it's also about you and it's about your self-love and the work that you've been doing, number 2, which I'm picking up on here. Now this might have been through Mercury retrograde in October, running into November. It might have been going on for even longer than that, but it feels like this Ace of Cups has been a long time coming, could have been a year, and it looks like somebody's showing up out of the blue or somebody's stepping up out of the blue, but it's not out of the blue. This is what you already have in your locker. It's the self-love that you have managed to develop, that you may have actually been really working hard on, that has overspilled. When we have the Ace of Cups, if you notice here with this, there's always in the Ace of Cups like a goblet or a cup, or, you know, here there's like a singing bowl and somebody's got the heart within this bowl. It feels like the bowl gets filled by self-love, and then when there's an abundance, it spills over into the universe and signals to the universe that you're ready. You're ready to receive. And when you're ready to receive, guess what? Someone appears. I just got to show you the details because they're so funny on this as well. I love it. There's a picnic blanket. Can you see that properly? There's wine and there's a letter that's been sealed with a wax seal. I love me a wax seal, I have to say. There's grapes. There's like a hamper. They've done a little bespoke picnic. This is special. This could be a special date with someone, a special conversation, or if you're single, by gum, get yourself out there, get your disco pants on, whether it's online, face to face, and you know, these days, God knows, because everything's going on all around the world. But if, however you can get yourself out there, get yourself out there, because November is lucky for love, whether you're single or coupled, okay? Do check out your individual star sign readings, which are in the description box below. There's also a how do they feel about you, pick a card, because there's also more insights into your love life and who's coming in those videos. Okay. And do subscribe to the channel. I never remember to say that. Subscribe to the channel and then you can get notified of the picker cards. I do random love readings. Those are really good. Daily readings, monthly star sign readings, all kinds of stuff. So get involved. Okay, 3 of Wands. This is also a sexy progressive card. It's like you get your Ace of Wands, which is your like and then it goes into the 2 of Wands, which is, ooh, this is actually going somewhere. And then the 3 of Wands is, ooh, we're catching fire. We're doing something. The energy is triplicate. This has got legs. We love this. There's passion. Passion and, connectedness and flair. It just feels right and good. And then we only have 2 little wrinkles in this. And they're here. We got the 2 of Swords down here. I know we're skipping, but we can skip. 2 of Swords with the 3 of Swords. Okay, because they're quite different cards. I mean, that 3 of Swords, by gosh, that's a stinker, isn't it? This one here with the 2 of Swords, this is where things, it's like a miniature version of the Hanged Man card. So it's where things have a strange suspended quality about them. So whatever we're talking about in this love, it feels like you've been waiting. But do you know what? You may feel like you've been waiting for the wrong reasons, but I feel like you've been waiting for the right reasons. That 2 of Swords, very often, there's a blindfolded quality to it. And it's because you can't get there by seeing. There's no evidence that's going to show you the way forward with this. It just wasn't the right time before, and as you move into November, because we have that eclipse on the 19th, and we talk about that in the star sign videos for November, that eclipse is a catalyst for a lot of people. It gets rid of a lot of old pain and a lot of dead wood, and it brings in a lot of the new. And I feel like, particularly with Mercury having been retrograde in October, that we've been sat on some old energy, we've been sat on some old wounds, maybe literally, you know, and it feels like the opportunity, it's like a key in a door is the image that I'm getting, the opportunity we get to finally, it's like you've been knocking on a series of doors, you've been banging on a series of doors, and then all of a sudden it's like, there's the door, there's the key, oh my God, it just opened. This is fantastic, but it is not without some old pain. Which brings us to the 3 of Swords. Look at that. How many times have I patched my broken heart? Notice with both of these that strings are involved, okay? Some of you may have been in a situation, it may have been a friends with benefits, it may just be an ex you can't let go of, something you can't let go of, some kind of old family pattern, some kind of old pain, some kind of old rejection. We all as humans experience these things. This is all our hearts are patched, you know, that's why I love this deck, but I love this one because at least this fabric heart, you have the chance to sew it. You know, it doesn't break. You can hold it together with a thread, okay? What I really like about this is that with the Ace of Cups and that self-love, you get the opportunity to bathe that heart in love and restore it, okay? For some of you, there's a situation coming in, and this could also be a career or destiny, something, but it's got to be something you love, because this is about love. Something or someone comes in, you get the opportunity to experience love that can grow, and it will scare you, it will pull on your strings, and it will make you feel conflicted and divided and maybe like not doing anything, not moving, staying still, shutting down. That's all okay. Don't worry, because this will come anyway. You can shut down for as long as you like. When the time is right, you will open up. The universe will do that for you. We've got the Hierophant here. This can represent commitment, it can represent marriage, but it also represents spiritual teaching and teachers. So if there's something you've been wanting to look at, let's say heart chakra, okay? And you can get loads of free heart chakra videos off YouTube. I like doing the heart chakra meditation. Aaron Doughty, Aarondoughy, I think. He does a really good free one on his channel. It's about 2 or 3 years old now, but it's had about 1 million views. But you know, it's gone viral for a reason. It's when you do it, if you do it every day for like 30 days, magical. Okay, and then we also have the Two of Cups. So the Hierophant running into the Two of Cups. Love this. You're learning your spiritual understanding, which leads to this Ace of Cups, brings in somebody who offers you this Two of Cups. This is beautiful. It's an offer. It could be a partnership in business to do something you love, to take up a skill or a hobby that you love. It can be reunion with a family, but for a lot of you, this is romantic love. It's just good old-fashioned L-O-V-E, okay? Whew, I love it. Right, let's have a couple of love oracle cards. I'm going to put you on this camera so that we can have a look. God, number 2. Definitely leave me a comment about this reading because it's gorgeous. It's a celebration. Oof. Hello. Hang on, your card just flew across the room. Oh, there's 2 cats joining me, by the way. That's Valentine and Leia. Oh, how interesting that you got that one. How interesting. Yeah. Oof. And how interesting that you got that one. These are Chuck Spezzano love cards. My particular favourite, because they have difficult ones in. You know, sometimes I find love oracle decks can be a bit too schmaltzy, a bit too glittery. And if you watch my daily readings, you'll know that I'm not all about that, okay? Let's have a look at the difficult stuff, then we'll move to the nice stuff. Although you have enough nice tarot cards to last you a lifetime. Right. For some of you, there was a history here of infidelity. Some of you may have experienced that just in one significant relationship. It could have even been about family or friends, or your first love, or the first person that betrayed you. Sometimes those things, they keep strings on us, and I feel like there is still strings attached to that. It may be somebody recently where it was not clear what the relationship was, you know, and that hurt you a great deal because you thought it was one thing and they took advantage and thought it was another. Independence. It feels like you may have tried to build a wall around your heart, which we all do. And sometimes it's a good thing to do as well. Sometimes you need boundaries, and those boundaries need to be 6 foot tall and made of breeze blocks. But this is about the taking down. This Ace of Cups that you've got here is about self-love and allowing your heart to reopen after a bad experience. Then we have expectations. It feels like you may have experienced, maybe in your family, maybe at school, or maybe if you're kind of like an alpha when it comes to your own expectations of yourself, you know, where, I mean, I'm not really like this actually, but if you're a bit of a perfectionist and you like to do things perfectly, then you may have wanted to get rid of the bad memories perfectly. I'm going to do a good job on this. I'm never going to think about this again. I'm never going to get hurt again. We're all a mess. We're all a half-finished, half-broken, hot mess. All of us. Even if we look put together, even if we seem put together, nobody is. We're all blown wide open. The trick here for you, number 2, is to maintain that vulnerable, open heart, regardless, okay? And a problem card of manipulation, there's the strings. Do you remember we talked about the strings? And the strings are important for you. This kind of someone yanking on your strings who was not giving you the full enchilada. Then we move into this. There's the heart card, self-worth. It's time. It is time for you, number 2, and it's been time for a long time. And if you are a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, particularly check out your monthly reading because it feels like it chimes really well. It fits in with a lot of the themes of that. Self-worth and healing should be your project for the first half of November because it brings in love. Speaking of which, you get love. That's just love. It's the grace card of love for no reason. There doesn't even have to be a reason. I know. How good is that? I'm just doing angel therapy cards for you as well, number 2. Do hit the subscribe button as well. Ooh, this is big. This is big. Yeah, you got these cards all go together. Okay, this is really important. Cancel, clear, delete. This is about your past. Use only positive words and thoughts as they are rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. It's not just past negative thinking, it's people's past negative behaviour towards you as well. Okay, I'm going to do this one next. Past life issue. This situation, it has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn and heal from your past experiences. And then, these 3, I've never had 3 cards go together so well. We have release. And this is about calling in Archangel Michael. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. If you watch my dailies, you will know we call on Archangel Michael and I call it chuck it up to Mike. If you can't solve it, if you can't heal it, chuck it up to Mike. You just say, I don't know what to do with this. Give me a sign. Okay? But hey, number 2, your reading is glorious. Do like, share and subscribe and I'll see you soon. Namaste. Hi, number 3. Okay, let's get into your cards. So, number 3, we kick off here with the 10 of Wands. Let's have a closer look at this card. This is a very beautiful version of the 10 of Wands, but it does show the overburdened nature of this animal, okay, and this person. It feels like maybe over the last 10 weeks or 10 months, you have been taking on more and more and more responsibility, more burden, more deep thoughts about something, more misgivings, more worries, maybe saying yes when you kind of mean no, and yeah, not being able to say, I don't want to do that, or I'm not going to carry that for you anymore. I'm not responsible for your behaviour, I'm not responsible for your happiness, and I've had enough. That's the other thing with that 10 of Wands. When you get the 10 of Wands, you've literally had enough. It's a very healthy had enough card, because what happens with the 10 of Wands is you drop it. In the Rider-Waite version, it's somebody who's carrying a heavy bale of 10 Wands. And I always imagine it just reaches that wobbling point where they just drop it. And they're just like, I cannot, even if I want to, carry this for you anymore. So this could be to do with family, it could be a close personal relationship, it could be with siblings, colleagues, co-workers, life in general. You are not going to carry on with the old way. Now this has come up. If you check your November star sign reading, and the videos are in the description box below, this has come up because of the eclipse that's happening on the 19th of November, and it came up for nearly every star sign in their reading for November, that it feels like there is a catalyst in that eclipse, and it jettisons anything that doesn't belong with you and just powers you forward. Okay, you've got lovely, lovely energy here. Can you see you've got two aces next to each other? This gorgeous, beautiful Ace of Wands, which is Kundalini energy, fire energy. So you may be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You might be dealing with a fire sign or an air sign. We've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in the mix here as well. But you have the power, the fire, the passion, and the insight. When you get the Ace of Swords, you get an epiphany. You may have been piling this stuff on for months, but by gum, when you get that eclipse coming in, when you get that full moon eclipse energy on the 19th, suddenly you can see things you couldn't see before. Suddenly you will feel things. Maybe one of those things will be anger, because the Ace of Wands, not only is it like full of fire and passion, but it can also make you fiery, make you angry, and quite rightly so. This is not misdirected, okay? It feels like, it just feels powerful to me, number 3. This is not comfortable energy in particular. It's not a massively comfortable reading. But, you know, if you watch my dailies, and do subscribe to Gemstone Tarot as well, take a minute to subscribe, you will get the dailies, you will get random readings like this, where I've just popped up and done a pick a card reading, fun readings, star sign readings, and all sorts. But on my dailies, those that have watched me for a long time will know that I don't just, you know, I don't do saccharine tarot readings. I won't say something's good when it's not, and I'm not going to tell you this is easy. November is not an easy month for you, but you move on so much. Even with the sunlight starting to come across the table, I just love that for you. It's coming right across the two aces. Fire and air and oxygen and energy and insight and epiphany, and not a moment too soon. This has been going on too long. Okay, now in the middle of these, this one, this card, the 5 of Cups. This is a card of saying goodbye to the sore stuff, the difficult stuff, the wrong person, the wrong time, whatever it is. And it hurts with the 5 of Cups. It feels like it should have worked. This should have worked. Whether it was a career path, whether it was a close relationship, which for a lot of you it was, this should have worked because it had all the hallmarks of something good. And because maybe for some of you, they said all the right things. Nevertheless, there is something about the situation that you've been in that has involved you taking all of the load. And also with this 7 of Cups, it's involved you either swallowing quite a lot of promises that didn't happen, or even in your own head having to reach a level of magical thinking to make everything all right, when actually underneath, I feel like with this 10 of Wands, you kind of knew that it wasn't. We all do this. It feels like, I can make this right. I can do this. I can take this on. I can make this right. It's okay. I'll do it. I'll take it on. And then you have this kind of sense of anxiety that this should be easier, or that there should be more evidence for this, or I shouldn't feel this tired, is what I'm getting for you, number 3. Okay. Then we have here the King of Wands. And the King of Wands energy, sorry about that, there was somebody at the door. This King of Wands energy feels kind of good to me. It feels kind of mysterious, and it feels, for some of you, this is a person, if it's a fire sign that you've been dealing with, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, it feels like there's a big shake-up with this. They don't feel negative to me, but they do feel powerful in some way. So for some of you, this could be somebody new coming in, or somebody you've recently met coming in, or somebody who's just on your side and can help you. For those of you who've been involved in a very difficult relationship situation, the one where you've been taking on too much, this could be somebody whose energy is just too focused on themselves. Okay, that's just for one or two of you. Either way, whatever happens, whatever is going on in your life, whether this is career, whether this is significant other, there is a need to walk away from anything that does not serve you. So if we look at this Five of Cups here, there is a need to bury the past. There is a need to grieve what is lost, what could have been, what should have been. For some of you, this could have been a relationship that had a very, very fast start. It could have been 6 weeks of, you know, fast and furious, passionate, exciting, everything's lit, this should all be good. And then for some reason, it turns out to poof. You know, it's that whole, where did it go? Where did they go? What happened here? And then you start taking on the burden of making it all right. For a few of you, this person comes into your life in this way. They come into your life quite quickly. They come into your life and it's a relief, and it breaks something, the monotony of something that's been really difficult. And that could be really nice for you. I don't know if that's a long-term thing or if it's got legs or whatever. But that could be a very nice distraction for some of you, okay? Particularly with holiday season coming up. For others of you, you have a very complicated relationship with whoever this King of Wands is. If you've been taking on too much, there will be a straw that breaks the camel's back here. There will be, probably following the eclipse, a moment of hot-headedness on your part, but quite rightly, and then very, very sharp epiphany about what to do. And then we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is Saturn in Pisces. Pisces is a sign known for unconditional love and also not an amazing grasp on boundaries. And I can say this because I am one with Pisces rising as well. So when you get Saturn, the planet of obligation, and you ought to do this, and it's time to do the right thing, and, you know, eat well and exercise and all of the stuff that we find a little bit tricky, this is a call to walk away from something that still burns, that you still love, that you want to keep, that is love that's alive. The most difficult kind, you know, it's easy to walk away from something that's dead and gone, you know, where the feelings aren't there anymore. But this is something you wanted, you loved. It could be a career path. It could be a job you loved, but for some reason it's been toxic. The universe is going to show you this month, number 3, what is right and what is the right way for you. And either way, it wants you to walk this path. And the universe promises you a new beginning if you do. Okay, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, not at all to be sniffed at. Let's have some love cards. Oof. We're going to do Chuck Spezzano love cards. Let's go on to this one. Yes. For those of you that have been involved with the fire sign as well, I'm just getting a message here that there may be another fire sign coming in. Even if you feel like you can't bear to let go of this person, there is another fire sign coming in for you. What do we need to know? Chuck Spezzano's love cards. Oof. Gosh. One more. Wow. Okay, let's do the difficult ones first. That's what I've done with each one of these videos. You don't have too many difficult ones, but look, holding on. You know if you're doing this, okay? We all know we all do it. And if you're doing it, let go. Okay, let go. Do that 8 of Cups thing. It's not easy, but you will gain the aces, okay? Specialness. This is what always comes up if you've been involved with somebody who's a bit narcissistic, a bit self-involved, anything from a bit narcissistic right up to very narcissistic. You're special too, okay? This is really important, number 3, and this is the lesson that's coming. You're the most special one in this relationship. You're the one, okay? You are the one. You may think you're looking for the one, but you are the one. And then we have the attitude, bad attitude, the problem card of bad attitude. I don't think that it is a bad attitude, actually. I just think that when you get that 10 of Wands, you reach a point where you can only take so much and you're just like, pfft. I think it's a good attitude. I like it, but don't let it turn into bitterness or think that everybody is like that, okay? The healing card of giving oneself. This is what it should be like. This is what you deserve. This is what you need. This is what you can have, okay? If you can let go of anything that doesn't serve you. We then get romance. This is new dates, meeting someone new, having fun, even if it's online. If you can't get out, doesn't matter, okay? Welcome it. Do you remember we were talking about if you are looking for love? November is a very good month for that. The luck card of the tryst. This is nice. This is a meeting. This is a sweet meeting, a slightly secret meeting. Could be in like a covered area, but obviously be safe if you are meeting with anybody. Go and look at all the rules for meeting up with people, because God, you know, it's a minefield. But it's a tryst. It's nice. This is sweet. If you are in a difficult relationship and you're looking for the possibility, even if you can't believe it could happen, of meeting someone else, it can. Dream come true. Look into manifesting, okay? This woman on the bench is thinking about a guy in red shorts showing up with flowers, and then he does, okay? Really important. Manifestation and the law of attraction is big for you, number 3. Let's have some angel therapy for you. Oh gosh, you got loads. Loads came out for you. Right. Some of these I've not even seen before. Okay. We get base chakra. This is about survival mode. You've been in survival mode too long. That's that 10 of Wands. It's time for you now to break that and to move into actually living. Integrity. Beautiful card. Align your actions now so they match your values and inner knowingness of what is right for you. And, oof, indigo. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. That is you. And Archangel Michael. If you feel like you can't solve this alone, ask Archangel Michael for help. Number 3, do like, share and subscribe, and check out your monthly reading in the description box below, and leave me a comment and let me know how it resonates. Namaste.